Hi, and welcome to the first ever Connected North. I'm very pleased to be here with Conal Henry from Fibrus. Conal, please tell us a bit more about what Fibrus has been up to connecting homes across Northern Ireland.
Yeah, so Fibrus was founded 3 years ago with a vision to bring full fibre broadband to homes and businesses in rural and regional Northern Ireland. And so over the last, 2 years, we've been building on our own dollar in small regional towns in Northern Ireland, and then we were awarded Project Stratum, which means that we're also building to the full rural areas of Northern Ireland. So we're in the middle, we're halfway through a build out that will see us ultimately connect 350,000 homes and businesses in rural and regional areas of Northern Ireland, which means not in Belfast and not in Derry, for people who understand Northern Ireland.
But you're not just in Northern Ireland, you are starting to come over to GB as well?
Yeah, in the last 6 months we have started to implement the same type of plan in Cumbria. So we've built network in Penrith, we're currently building in Kendal. We aim to build across several dozen towns in Cumbria on our own dollar, and then we've been involved in the procurement for BD UK in these areas as well.
Fantastic. So you've had to go out to the markets, and you just had a successful fundraising in order to help you to pay for that?
Yeah, I mean we've actually a total fundraising package of approaching 500 million. When you add in the subsidy that we received for Stratum, the equity investment made by our shareholders in Infracapital, and then, as you say, in the last couple of weeks, we just closed a bank debt round, a round of debt for 200 million sterling. With a consortium of a number of banks, and that's been a hugely positive experience. There's a significant level of appetite, and when the banks have come in and seen what we're doing, they've been very impressed with the operation that we're building.
Fantastic. And do you think that levels of government support at the moment are right? Is there more government can do? Is it just about money?
It's definitely not just about money, and I think the level of funding is certainly adequate. I don't see the money running out. I think it's really hard for government agencies when this market is so saturated with demand to find good colleagues to deploy good resources into it. But I think that all being said, my experience of dealing with government in Northern Ireland and dealing with government with BD UK centrally has been very positive. So there's always more that we can all do, but I'm not sitting there saying government needs to change tack completely. I think broadly everything's going in the right direction. I mean, there's tactical things that we'd like to change, and lot sizes we'd like to change and stuff like that there, but broadly the policy agenda is bang on where it needs to be.
Great, well that's one of the big topics while we're here. I mean, one of the things we've been hearing on stage is the potential for change in the market and perhaps some consolidation to happen. Do you see that happening in the future?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's absolutely clear that this is an industry that's ripe for consolidation. There's lots of small operators, and when they're building, the scale doesn't matter, but once we get into the operate phase, the scale really matters. Telecoms is a scale game, and that will drive consolidation. And that's going to happen. I think that's going to happen quite quickly. There'll be a certain number of different dynamics that will drive that, but particularly the need to operate these networks. People will realise that it's more difficult to do that than they thought, and that'll drive scale.
Okay, great. Well, you're here this is the first time at this Connected North event, first time it's been held. Events like this are helpful to that community and to keep things moving along for all the different providers. Yeah,
I mean, we're all the same monkey growing up on different islands, so it's good for us all to swim across and meet each other, and we there's a lot of very interesting conversations. People are telling us about mistakes they've made, I'm telling people about mistakes we've made. There are conversations about how people see the future and strategy, and that just helps the industry in terms of being a bit more rational, understanding ourselves a bit better, and maybe delivering for the consumer in a more coherent and rational way.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us, and we hope you have a great conference.
Thanks very much. Thanks for your time.
Pleasure.